Hi, this is Sofia Oces, Product Manager of AC Interfaces at Intesis. Today in this webinar, I'm going to show you how easy it is to integrate any brand of air conditioning into Modbus or BACnet building automation systems using Intesis one-to-one AC interfaces. So let's start putting in mind this use case that I am showing here. As we well know, HVAC systems account for a major part of the energy cost in a building, representing around 40% of the total consumption. For energy efficiency companies, having these systems under control is a must if they want to achieve high rates of energy savings. But what is the challenge this type of integrators have to deal with? Well, the number of AC brands available in the market, but also the variety of air conditioning lines that each of them are offering. So we, as Intesis, understood this problem, and we can offer the best solution to cover it. We provide Modbus interfaces for the major air conditioning brands, and all of our one-to-one Modbus interfaces provide a consistent Modbus register map, which means that we keep the same registers map regardless the AC brand. So for all the brands we are covering, the on-off register will be the same, the number 0. In this way, no matter what is the AC brand these energy efficiency companies have to integrate into their global platform, because with a single development, including the common Modbus register maps into their system, they will be able to cover all the AC brands that are available in the market and that Intesis is offering in the product range. So as you can see, this will be an easy and fast way to cover any AC integration into these energy efficiency platforms. Coming into the installation and setup of the gateway, I can say that the installation of this type of interfaces is almost a plug-and-play method. So first of all, we have to connect the interface into the AC unit. We have two types of interfaces. The one which is directly connected into the indoor unit, and that is connected via a wire that we provide with the gateway. And the second one that is directly connected into the wire remote controller bus of the AC manufacturer. So once we have the gateway connected, we have to configure the deep switches that are available in the interface. So here you will need to set up, according to the Modbus installation you have, the Modbus ID slave number, and the Modbus baud rate, and for example, some configuration according to the AC unit or the AC model of the manufacturer. Okay, so with these two steps, the gateway is already done to be working into an installation. So connection and deep switch configuration. If you want to test, if you want to diagnostic any malfunction happening in some installation, my advice is to use the standard tool Modbus Pol. That is a really easy to use software, and that will help you in the jobs to be done regarding the testing or diagnostic of malfunction in the installations. So right now, I will open the Modbus Pol, and we will make a demo about this common registers that we have for all our interfaces, the Modbus one-to-one interfaces, and we can see how we can test sending some values from the Modbus side and seeing the reaction when we receive also some modifications from the air conditioning part. So let's go for it. I will now open the Modbus poll. Here it is. And here we can see what we can define as the common registers we will have for all the manufacturers we are working today with. Okay? So, for example, here we are now monitoring the values that we are reading from the AC unit, and we can, for example, easily send a new value and, well, checking, you will need to check at this point if the AC unit is correctly being switching off, or, for example, we can also change the operating mode and so on. Okay, sending values and checking the correct reaction in the air conditioning part. In the opposite way, right now I will change. For example, I will switch off from the air conditioning part the unit, and you will see here how the value 1 will come into the register. Let's see. Yes, now we see how the value 1 come up here. And the same, for example, if I change the set point to, for example, a value of 24, and yes, we see here how the set point is also being modified. So yeah, the Modbus poll is a nice tool to have in mind to test and to diagnostic any problem by when you are using the one-to-one interfaces, the Modbus one-to-one interfaces of air conditioning from Intesis. Okay. So now coming back into the presentation, I will make a quick introduction into also the BACnet one-to-one interfaces. Okay, we have here a second use case. Okay, and it's explaining the control of multiple AC brands from a BACnet building management system when you have to control also from different multi-site. Okay, in this case, as an example of hotel buildings. In the same way as I explained for the Modbus interfaces, we are here also covering the major brands of the air conditioning in the market right now, and in the same, or keeping the same idea as we had explained for Modbus, we offer here the same BACnet objects independently of the AC brand you want to integrate. So exactly the same, okay? Making a single development into the BACnet building management system and integrating these common BACnet objects, you will be able, or these companies, these building management system companies, or these BACnet integrators, by making the job once, they will be able to cover all the AC integrations that they will find in the different projects they are working with. A special mention I want to make here is that now we are offering two different types of BACnet one-to-one gateways. The one that is covering the BACnet IP and BACnet MSTP, and the one that is only covering the BACnet MSTP integrations. The second option is or has the objective to cover projects where you need to be more cost effective, and in projects where the BACnet IP integration is not required. Both gateways count with the BTL certification, and both of them, or in both of them, we are keeping the same objects, okay? So again, same philosophy, okay? The same objects, and to make only once the integration and keep the same integration for all the sites you will need to integrate air conditioning. Regarding the installation, well, we can follow the same steps as I explained before for the Modbus interfaces. The connection, okay, we have the two options in the same way. The deep switch configuration, okay, in this case we have the BACnet IP and MSTP version and the BACnet only MSTP version, with a few differences in the deep switch configuration, but quite similar, and well, this is well documented in our user manual and installation sheet, so you can follow the meaning of each deep switch available in both devices. Regarding the diagnostic tool that you can use to test these interfaces, the BACnet one-to-one interfaces, well, I think the best way to go is to use the standard tool, Jave, yet another BACnet Explorer, okay? And well, that is what I will show you now in a quick demo. Let me open the Jave right now. Here I am. I have a interface connected, and here I have available all the objects, the BACnet objects that I mentioned. We will be the same for all the AC brands, okay? Of course, if we have implemented a specific signal, a specific function for a specific manufacturer, this object will only be available for this specific manufacturer. But the common signals, the on-off, set point, the room temperature, the error code, alarms, and so on, we keep the same objects and with the same instance number, okay? So making a single development, once again, will be enough to cover all the AC integrations the building management systems will require. So let's make a test here right now. I have a Mitsubishi Electric interface connected. I can subscribe to some of the signals here to follow them or to monitor the values we are getting from the AC unit. I will subscribe to the set point, for example, and I will also subscribe to, let's see, for example, the mode and the on-off status. Here it is. Okay, so I have here some of the objects. I subscribe to them and I can follow the modifications or monitoring the change of values. And I can easily send some comments from here. I come here to the present value and I can just set to on this unit, okay? And I can see here how the status is also changing in the BACnet status on-off object. If I change again to 0, I can see here how the value is changing, okay? Here is where I diagnostic any malfunction in the air conditioning side. let's say, sending some values from here, from the Java, and checking if the air conditioning is acting in the correct way. Okay. In the opposite way, right now, I will, for example, send an on value to the indoor unit, and we will see here how in the BACnet side is also updating accordingly. So I already sent the on, and here we are getting the correct status. Let's change also the set point temperature to the value 21, and we can see here how the status is also being modified. So Java, a good tool, a good BACnet Explorer to use when you come to the point to test or to diagnostic any malfunction in a BACnet installation using the BACnet one-to-one interfaces from Intesis. Okay? And well, that was all I wanted to explain from today. Please keep connected. We will be making some webinars and having some new videos. And well, take care. Bye bye.